back to Blackgate. So, one thing that I have to say right off the bat is I am really intrigued in this murder mystery. The only thing that I would say that's bugged me so far is just the absolutely abrupt conclusion of a possible sex scene with Kotaku. Because I paused it, obviously, because he got naked. But, like, there was a choice to just have a fucking yiff scene with him for some ungodly reason. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. It's just pointless sex for just the horny assholes who want that. And that's compromising your vision. So I wouldn't include that. Anyway, so we just woke up and bang! Hello? Oh? I'm startled awake, and I instantly grab the fire poker. I sit up too fast, my head is pounding. Damn it! I can hear the wind blowing through the cabin. It's the doors, and then turn the light and get against the wall near the door. Slowly open it so I can peer through the crack. Down the hall by the front door, I see a large dark figure with glowing red eyes. They are not reflective glowing, but actually glowing. This figure seems to blend in with the dark. It's difficult to discern what is a shadow and what is a thing, although the shine of a long, sharp blade hanging by its side is pretty damn clear and intimidating. Hello, who's there? The figure's almost perfectly still for a moment. I wish that moment lasted a lot longer because it moved out. Move with speed out of my sight. I shut the door and lock as I go and grab my phone. I just call Gruff's phone and talk in a whisper. Gruff, pick up, fucking help, please. No answer. Gruff, pick up your damn phone. My light meter pin at you now. Takes some hair from her voice. Hello. Gruff, it's Alex. There is something in my cabin. What? There is something here. It's dangerous and it wants to kill me. Are you okay, an outsider? Yes, I need help. I'm in the bedroom and I'm scared shitless right now. Stay safe. I'm contacting Aradina and heading over there with everyone. I have no idea what it is, but it's a knife. Get a weapon and stay hidden. I'm on my way. Okay, will do. Put down the phone on the fire poker. I just picked Gruff because he's a police officer. It seems like the logical option. I have view of the door and a window to my side, just in case I need to get out. Cuts and blood loss are better than death. Sit paralyzed, looking at the door for any movement or noise. Stay perfectly still for what seems like forever. I can feel my heart pump. I count each beat like my last. I hear a loud boom. I heard a loud boom that startles me, but I am still not moving. I see flashlights out the door, hitting and searching for things with boots under my cabin. I hear, Alex! I'm in the bedroom! Okay, stay there, I'm gonna find this bastard! There's a move across the cabin open and searching everything. My door handle is turned, but it's locked. I finally move from my huddled position and get up. My legs ache from being so tense. I make the door and unlock it. I open it, standing there is Longma. I try to say something, but I can't. I feel tears meander down my face, and the knot of pain in my throat chokes my words. Longma looks truly terrified. It's not something I've ever seen. My vision grows fuzzy and dark, like if a Tetris puzzle fills up into what? And my legs locked, and I felt my throat vomit up a liquid that tastes like copper and iron. It spills from my lips warm and thick as I scream out in pain, gurgling my own blood. My body feels on fire as I fall. What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? I wake up in the back of a cop car, lying down. I sit up slowly, my head feels like it is filled with fog. It is difficult to concentrate when you lose the ability to focus. Finding through the fog like an upstream battle, I peer through the back window and see the cabin. Not just the cabin, I see everyone with flashlights and weapons. Sorry. Excuse me, she's going over through the forest. I get up and get out of the car. Place my bare feet in the cold ground. The wind pierces my skin. Whatever, I can still walk. Plox and Jack are talking in front of my cabin. Who the fuck is Plox? Right in front of my cabin. It's not really my cabin, but the cabin. Plox doesn't even notice me. Jack either. Who is Jack? Who the fuck is Plox? Am I just not... Everything feels slowed down except for things in the distance. Trees sway with incredible speed as if someone hit fast forward. Jack and some satyr move as if in water or oil, slowed by a thick liquid. I ignore the two and head toward the closing door of the cabin. I grab the handle and turn. I push it open and nothing's inside, just the dark. I step into the door, closes behind, but is no more. A massive dark. Great. I really should have known better. I've seen this trick played out multiple times. However, I still feel scammed and surprised. I move forward into the dark room. End? The end, I think. I'm standing at the end of it all. Death, end, alone. This isn't me thinking. Awful, stress, impossible. Yeah, that isn't me, but the thoughts keep coming like some alien creature invading my mind. No. But at least the second voice in my head is curious enough to answer questions. Dead. No heartbeat. He can't be dead yet. Well, I'm not. Let me check. Lies, purpose, the plan, the destroyer. I was going to jump my balls, but I start to sink into the dark. It is cold, much like the rest of this place. Step forward and sink even deeper. Like a pool of waist-high black ink, it coats my torso. I wade forward and it sloshes around me. I turn to find anything discernible. My actions are futile. Decisions, choices he has to choose. Continue forward with these disjointed thoughts and bump into something. Something is floating in the gunk with me. Sooth interfered. More will die. What? Pushing it away, I bump into something else. My anxiety gets the best of me and I rush through the dark until I smack my face into a gooey wall. Run, run, run. I feel the residue drip down my neck. It is very unpleasant. I tear at this wall and I can see damage being done. Don't let it come back. The terror. I push my hand through and I can rip it apart like plastic wrap. Light streams in from the tear and I push myself in and through. What the fuck? I wake up and sit up like some Frankenstein monster come back to life. Reality hits like a truck and my eyes are met with that light. Fluorescent light and the sting of a pain through my body. I ache as if I fell down a flight of stairs. Twice. Eventually my eyes adjust to the light and I realize they are still dim. I hear the arguing and slamming of something. I'm in the police station, the interrogation room. You're yelling in the distance and I turn to see Vex sitting by me. Ew, I hate you. Good grief, that sneeze fucked me up. Not fucking sinuses. Oh god. I hate everything right now.
And you're awake. How are you feeling?
Sore. My head is pounding. I feel like Frankenstein. What happened? That grins.
Well, they are looking for the outsider, but that should not be your concern. It's too soon to say if they will find it.
No, I mean me. Meg is the same grin as I squint my eyes in pain from the orb, the drops of blood rushing in my brain.
To put it bluntly, you were stabbed and your heart stopped. You are suffering from hypoxia. You may have had hallucinations or delusions while your heart was not operating. You appear to be fine now. There are no external wounds since the weapon used against you wasn't truly physical in nature. I would count you as one of the lucky few.
It was a reaper, wasn't it?
Your heart came back on its own. I couldn't decide what to cut you open first. I finally notice I'm laying in a cart wearing nothing but a thin hospital blanket. There are Sharpie marks going down my chest. The only thing worse than being dead in an autopsy is being alive in an autopsy. I shiver as I see Vex's grin turn to a slight frown as he puts the scalpel away. My senses are coming back to me. How long was I out? 8 hours, give or take. You may want to get dressed. Vex points to a pile of neatly folded clothing. I've never seen a shirt so sharply folded. My admiration for the simple things is cut short as Vex leaves the room. I sit up on the cart, using my hands to support me. It feels as if every part of my being is still asleep, surging with pins and needles. I've never had pins and needles be so painful. It hurts. It hurts so bad. I breathe deep, waiting for my body to wake up. Pain shoots through my spine, and I inhale through clenched teeth. This is real. This pain and the dangers in this place are real. It was so foolish to think everything was just going to be fine. Not that I thought this was some TV show, a dream, or some sort of grand hallucination. I sit in the quiet room with my pain, with the truth. There is no way home, and if I die here, I will just sit, waiting for something else to happen. But pain shoots in my body again like lightning. This place is dangerous. This is not fun. This is not like restarting my life or playing some sort of simulation. I was attacked once and even prepared for it to happen again. I clenched my fist and recalled the house invasion. Distrust in the town. Think of home. The door swings open. I'm startled as I sit in the cold cart. I have to fight through the pain that hits my limbs, as if begging them to stop moving. An officer I think I've seen before walks in, his hand behind his back. Can I help you? No. Showed what he was holding, hiding a knife. The long, serrated edge shines on what little light there is. His arm reaches back and he gives a stab downward at me. I flinch, try to move, but I'm too slow to react. Oh, my eyes to see I am unharmed. I'm just shocked as this monster. His arm stroking in mid-swing, held in place, fighting an outside force. His eyes filled with confusion. Then widened with pain as his forearm snaps. The crack echoes off the bare walls and so does a scream. What the fuck? He wasn't talking to me. I see Vincent materialize from invisibility. He's holding the broken arm. Yes, me. Small monster goes to swing at the cat. Vincent uses that momentum to smash the knife-wielding creature's face into the one-way mirror, shattering both. I have never been more happy to see this fucker. Oh my god. I can hear more cracks and screams as the knife drops to the floor. Get up off the cart, my heart pounding. Vincent's monster's neck up to a piece of glass still left in the frame. Her struggle causes blood to spill down the reflective surface, spilling precious life onto the old carpets. I stand there watching them struggle. What do I do? Do nothing. I just watch, frozen in place by the violence. Vincent pushes the long-necked monster down, shoving him into his doom. Glass cuts deep. Jesus. Yeah, if I had helped Vincent, there would be like rumors that, you know, they already are scared of the humans. So you really think that helping Vincent kill this fucker is gonna make your case look better? Okay. The gurgle of blood bubbling from the ear as he keeps trying to inhale is haunting. There's so much screaming as this glass snaps off in this thing's throat. You stumble to the floor. There is so much blood. Grab the knife, quick! I look around and find it close and I hold it up, and Vincent snatches it away from my shaking hand. He lifts it up as he kneels over the bleeding monster. However, the strike never comes. I see the dying creature's spasm and exhale, all life leaving his body. Blood pools and is absorbed into the fibers like an absorbent paper towel. I sneak away from the moving tide of dark red. Vincent stands up, blood dripping from his hands, knees soaked, his face splattered like an abstract painting.
He stares at the body, his eyes scanning the still monster for any remaining life. The snarl, he kicks the dead sack and it barely moves. It turns to me, I'm naked and in shock, I think. After a moment or so, moment silence between the three of us, Vincent speaks. He's dead. Get dressed before the rest of the force comes running. I know how much you care for your modesty. Vincent tosses me the knife and leaves the room. Oh yeah, totally. Blame this on me, dude. Blame this on me. Okay. I sit in the corner alone, well, not alone, with the dead body of that monster. The body shakes and I grab my clothes. Trying to put them on, my heart is racing too much. I put my shirt on backward and fixed immediately. I'm fully closing the door, busts open. It's gruff. Takes a moment to look around and stare at the fresh corpse longer than he should. Big Boy approaches and squats down. What happened here? Fucking truth. Tried to attack with the knife. Vincent was here and he killed him. Well, this is not your knife. It appears it was not Rotus's either. Ruff walks over and grabs into Rotus's arm and drags him out of the room. Why the fuck would you lie or not answer? Why the fuck would you... Are you kidding? The mangled arm barely holds on with tendons and sinew. Blood follows the body like a red carpet which I have to walk on. I exit the broken interrogation room, stepping on the blood, removing shoe-covered stamps from each step. I step off the trail and leave behind my own red steps. Find Vincent leaned against a wall, speaking with a blonde-haired, more demoness. She turns judgment in her eyes. With a cold shoulder, she walks away and down the hall. Her heels clack on the tiled floor. Well, fuck you too, bitch. You did terribly in there. You need to be more aware. You just killed him. Yes, what is your point? Are you going to jail? We're librarians. We take a life if we take a life it is deemed necessary. No judge, no trial, no repercussions. If we deem a trial necessary, then we grant one. The poor fool deserves one. That fool, Rotus, did not deserve one. We took his life, you made the choice. You're used to this, remember? You're a human, you kill for fun. I didn't do anything. Yes, you did. No action is an action. I didn't say anything. Vincent starts walking away. He's wiping his hands on the wall, smearing streaks of blood like he has done it many times before. I catch up with wobbly legs and pained breaths. My computer's around the corner as he often, as he so often does with a bucket and mop. He mindlessly cleans the bloody mess like it was an average chore. This is just a common occurrence, clockwork, par for the course. We get out into the street and walk. Vincent puts his hands into his bloody pockets. I stumble. My muscles ache and burn from being dead and starved alive. Vincent starts to get away from me before he turns and stops. He rolls his eyes and puts his back against the wall. I finally catch up after I hustle. I'm exerting too much energy. The moment to rest. Out of the corner of my eyes, see a Batman. His eyes widen, staring at us as we walk. Ignore him, he's almost harmless. I turn my head and see our sanctuary, library. A flash of light, Longman comes rushing up to us. His speed is unbelievable. Oh dear, oh my, what happened? Rotus attacked Alex. Alex killed Rotus. What are you doing out of the library? Get back to work. Oh, come on, Kotaku, you too. I see Kotaku bounding down the street to us. Mr. Vincent, Mr. Alex, okay, yes? Yeah, I think so. Mr. Alex, sneak back of Piggy. I turns right off her back right, seeing that I'm stumbling everywhere. I go to say yes, but Vincent interjects. No, that won't be necessary. He can walk him down. 2 near-death experiences can't stop him. Yes, Master Vincent. Both of them leave us, and I am left wondering why I can't have a back right at what just had happened. I need a rush from all this, but I push myself forward into the library. It's the library and all eyes are on me. Some sniff the air, some turn their ears, some enchant incantations or pray. What is going on? Vincent pushes me along behind the counter out of public eyes. Enters office and turns to the chair, ready to sit. I plant my body into the seat with a thud. It feels so much better to be sitting. My body hurts and tenses up as I try to relax, rebelling against all of my good intentions. He died. Killed him. A killer. There was so much blood. I was attacked twice. Look up at Vincent, and his face is no longer sour. He lets go of the mean grin and slides down the wall. Curls up into a ball. His lips hang down into a frown. His eyes just stare off into nothing. Something about something there, I don't know. After smearing blood that is left over on his face, he moves his glasses back down. He sees the blood and snaps back. His cat eyes, my eyes, they stand themselves back up. With ragged sigh, the bloody cat speaks. No rest yet. We have to make sure you're okay. Okay? I am not okay. Physically, not mentally. Now stand up. I do as on my order and stand up. I feel like an old man having to use my hands to push myself out of the chair. Bad back pains and bad joints. Good. I know your legs and arms work. We need oxygen to all your muscles. Some basic physical therapy will fix you. Now do some stretches. Vincent directs me what to do. Bend my arms, my back, and my legs. It all aches, but it appears to be helping. He sure does know a lot about my body. Alright, it looks like you're not in bad shape after all. I guess we'll count ourselves lucky for once. I'm gonna need you to bring these books downstairs. Take your time, but put them away. I have more things for you to do. Before I can reject the order, Vincent picks up his stack of anatomy books and places them in my arms. I drop a few of the books, and Vincent scoffs at my insufficient strength. What does he expect? This is much harder than it looks. I was attacked twice. Excuse me for needing a moment to breathe. I don't care about your complaining. You're just gonna have to suck up and do it. My legs ache and burn with added weight. I put the books down on the desk. I can't. I said give me a moment. Tonight is... Before I can get another word, Vincent grabs my neck, walks forward and sends me into a wall. Pile of books tumbles off the desk from the force. Feels claws digging in my neck. My body fights out of instinct. My hands grab his, but he's immovable. I lack the power to notice the pain. A graveled voice, Vincent talks at me, not to me. You don't think I know just how fragile and weak you are, dumbass human. And my ears dissipates. I can hear more clearly as my breath escapes me. I never thought you were some demigod sent to solve our problems. And now all of these monsters who are after you are thinking the same thing. When they catch wind that you're just a little twig, they will come. They will take you and break you. You may have been lucky enough to survive another 5 minutes with this attitude if it weren't for me propagating your godlike abilities to the equally gullible and stupid masses. But not all of them are dumb. Do I have to remind you about Rotus? Rotus saw through the lies, and look what he tried to do. Now you will buck up, take these books, and walk like nothing happened tonight. It doesn't matter you were attacked, dead for 8 hours, attacked again, and defeated your second assailant. This is a walk in the park for you. Get that into your head. To be the lie to live. Vincent slowly moves back and his eyes stare through me. He lets go and I feel gravity pull me to the floor. My legs wobble, buckle under me, and then I crouch, a coughing mess. The angry cat stands cold and firm, watching me struggle to get back up. Before I can even get my full strength under me, I'm handing a book and then another. I just take it. Pathetic. I don't have time for your silly tantrums. Go. I turn around and hurt that damn cat. Use one of these books to bludgeon his skull in, but here I am, walking towards a noisy library. I enter and carry the books as I see monsters stare at me and look away as they talk to one another. These books are meant to go downstairs. I head down into the dark. My cell phone is missing. I have no light, but I still have a good idea where I'm going. Walking through the rows upon rows of shelves, I found my destination. However, I need to make sure that I place them correctly. I should go back up and grab a flashlight. As I think that, I hear the cadence of booming footsteps, loud thuds in the dark. Kitako? No answer, the steps get louder. I ready a book as a weapon. I might be able to get my wish to bludgeon someone over the head with a novel after all. The steps around the corner and...
Good evening. Back to work already.
Vec?
Yes, I must have put aside your device. Here it is, yours.
I can barely see the demon in the dark, but I can see my cell phone being handed to me. I grab hold of it and that safety blanket feeling drapes over me. Turning it on, I see full battery and use it to illuminate my surroundings. Light shines right into Vec's face. If the squint in his eyes don't retract. It is more unsettling than it should be. Thank you.
You're welcome. I will leave you to your work.
Vec walks away and I can hear his light footsteps get softer and softer. That isn't right at all. It is just my imagination going wild, or is he playing with me? I would have to guess the latter, since my imagination is in no shape to be accurate. I focus on putting these books away rather than my own thoughts. Physical therapy goes here, veterinary health goes here, emergency recitation directions, nursing textbooks, medical journals. The last one's out of place. Last one's out of place. Demonic reparation? This book needs to go upstairs. Why are all these books on humans down here? What other books are down here? I never really took a look at what exactly was down here. I scanned the categories. Religious text, theoretical science, writings of tainted minds, humans, theories on the eternal, histories of Blackgate, catalogs of gates, and other important documents. I'll have to go through these tomes in more detail later. I actually kind of want to do it now, but okay. I head down upstairs to put the last book in my pile, put away the last book in my pile. It is easy to find the demonography section, and I put the book in its proper home. It is snug and fits like the last puzzle piece. I make it to the front desk after putting the last book away. Vincent waves me over. He doesn't even look at me. How can he just assume these things? I approach and Vincent says in flat effect, Alex, he'll be able to answer your question. I have better things to do. He gets up and walks away. I am put on the spot as a redacted slams his fist down the table. You have to tell her to stop. Tell who to stop what? My upstairs neighbor is ruining my apartment. She keeps using waters and soaking through my ceiling. I have to get buckets scattered around my home to catch the water droplets. You have to stop her from doing whatever she's doing. If it is your ceiling, it is her floor. It could collapse, though. The whole floor is sagging. Well, get her here so I can figure out what it is she's doing. Fine, I'm gonna need this document signed. Give me a piece of paper. Printed on it are directions for a library hearing to determine civil actions. It is like a subpoena, but the name for the presiding librarian is left blank. I fill in my name and a date is given the next night. Finally, she will stop if you tell her to. Bet I could help. Richard walks away with a spring in his step. He almost to himself, smug what I just did. Feels good to do something right for once. After that, someone comes right up to... What? Redacted, put description, what? Fuck? May I help you? This must be why Vincent is so mean. No, I'm here to help you. I couldn't find Vincent, so I'll just tell you. I heard that someone has those carrot cards, and they're the ones y'all have been looking for. You mean tarot cards? Yeah, I don't know his name, but one on the street is out here as a metal arm. I can't be too many monsters with metal arms, you know. That's actually quite helpful. Make sure you tell Vincent about this and tell him it was me. Whatever. Why is it saying redacted? Why are you telling us this? I didn't want to be in the library's bad side. Especially your bad side for what happened tonight. Remember my name and face for later. If I can help again, I will do anything to get you on my side. I'm already on your side. I'm here to help. Good, then that boy won't hurt me again. Who? Nothing. Just make sure Vincent knows. Redacted walks away and the library gets to close up. Why don't they have name? Why? Monsters filter out of the door slowly and all my coworkers come together. Four of us making a promptu circle. Vincent is all cleaned up finally.
That is the end of the night, hopefully. Alex will be going back to that cabin. We don't have any extra rooms suitable enough for him. Therefore, one of us is going to have to bunk up with this nuisance. I hate to ask this question, but who do you prefer? Not that you're playing favorites.
I decide to go with Vincent. I wouldn't mind staying with you, Vincent. An exasperated sigh pushed out the orange cat.
Great. I guess that settles things quick enough. Kotaku Longma, good job tonight. We'll pick up where we left off after we rest.
Yes, Mr. Vincent.
Oh my, good night.
We all split and head to our rooms. I just follow Vincent. He snaked through his office into his bedroom. Vincent takes off his shirt. His fur ruffles and poofs up without warning. Without warning, he sinks down in a chair with all of his weight. Practically melts into it as his limbs rest along the arms, and his legs splay apart. Long, drawn-out sighs pushed out of his chest as the cat stares at the ceiling. I am reluctant to move. Still staring at the ceiling, Vincent calmly talks.
You can relax. Sit for a bit. You deserve it this time.
Head out, I move over to the bed instead. My body is still tense and I institutionally curl forward. Motor spined. It's the time your excess energy, strength. What? Your excess energy, stress, anger, rage comes forward. It's not going to be easy to relax. My thoughts bottle up and I can't help but ask. Why?
Because I had to. Do you think I want to hurt you?
Of course not, but everything is still painful. I feel betrayed and violated. I don't know what to think about this place. It really is as dangerous as I thought it was going to be.
Reality is much worse than your imagination. That is what Sooth taught me.
Oh, Sooth, he saved plenty of lives, yours truly included. Was he more than just a mentor?
No, just a smart old fool. He told me I would never be able to save him. He said that I should use that energy to save another.
I never said thank you for saving me.
It wasn't you he meant, it was someone else. I hesitated.
Vincent's expression turned sour.
Not that you would know anything about hesitation.
He turns to look at me, anger burning in his eyes. They soften as he looks back up.
It's not what I meant. I don't mean to be harsh.
Well, I am still thankful you were there.
I'm not looking for gratitude.
Then why did you save me?
I don't know.
Vincent looks away as his sentence trails off into a whisper. Wait, why are you in the room with me? Flabbergasted, the cat sits up as if I accuse him of a more heinous crime than murder.
It's not like that, okay? I was making sure you were okay. You should be thankful. Don't question your good luck.
I am happy you were there, very happy. I think that would have been the end of me. Shivers went up my spine. Why didn't I die from the previous attack? Why am I being attacked in the first place? They hate me this much.
Don't think about it too much. Just get some rest. As I said, you've earned it.
Take out my shirt. I get stuck as my arms are sore. I hear Vincent get up and help me pull it off. So useless.
Trying to beat me to the punch. I will have to disagree with you on that assessment.
He undoes my pants and I slip my underwear. Will you ever agree with me on anything? I see a sincere grin spread across his face and the softest chuckle escapes his lips.
I'll never stoop that low.
Are you smiling? Are you laughing?
Shut up. Go to bed, you piece of trash.
Pushed over so I'm lying down on the cat-scented mattress. Vincent gets up and heads toward his office. He stops in the doorway as he turns the lights off in the bedroom. Are you going to bed yet?
After a night like this, I need to collect my thoughts. I'll be in bed shortly. Alex, sleep well for both of us until I do.
Good night. I turn over and get under the blankets. I face the wall, my eyes close quickly. I can barely keep my mind and body awake as sleep takes over. Well, I was really not expecting to have a fucking... To fucking die and be resuscitated and then watch fucking Vincent kill someone else. Good grief. Oh great, again with this. I need a drink of water. Sorry. I wake up in the middle of the night, facing the wall and Vincent is spooned up behind me. Really, dude? I'm familiar with this game, but it seems as though Vincent isn't playing coy. His furred hands rub my back, knead my muscles, calm my pains. He knows I'm awake and leans up and over to get close to my ear. A soft breath brushes past me as he whispers, his voice filled with pain and regret. I'm so sorry. I don't mean to be the way I am. I don't want to see you hurt. I just... He leans down to kiss me. We kiss. It is likely a gentle, sweet kiss for Vincent, but it is rather painful. Why is this happening? His tongue has sharp rasping points and it's rough. You'd think it would feel good, but it's more alarming than pleasant. Either way, I bite the bullet, grit my teeth, and enjoy the affection. Even if it is lost in translation. It's the intent that counts now, and Vincent is full of intentions. You can feel his intentions growing as he presses up against me. Oh no. Is there gonna be sex? His fur of torso drapes around me. Okay. I can feel his bristled hair tickle and touch my flesh, his paw, hand, whatever. It's playing with my skin, learning and feeling where my bones and ribs are. Where my muscles tense and jump in a sweet touch. In typical cat fashion, it means a need at my softer areas. Vincent's throat vibrates next to my ear. It's calming in a strange way and let myself relax. I drop the hesitation that has built up inside of me. I enjoy the moment. His cheek brushes against mine, rubbing and headbutting like a normal happy cat. Makes me feel warm and secure. Those feelings bring weight to the next major emotion around. Okay, I'm gonna pause it now. Wow! I mean, I knew he was a dom, but oh my god. Okay, so basically the last line was like, I see a hooded figure watching us, and then he's like, Vincent, okay. He exhales his hormone-filled afterglow. What? There's someone outside. There's always someone outside. No, I mean they're watching us and they're wearing a mask. Quick like the cat he is, he sits up and looks out the raining window. Son of a... He jumps out of bed, his tail dances behind him like a ribbon. His face presses to the window and watches the masked figure run away into the night. Those creeps. What was that? I don't have X-ray vision, that's why they wear the mask. It's just someone from the insightful trying to run reconnaissance on you. On me. In a mocking tone, Vincent copies me. On me? As he says it, his shoulders droop and his head hangs. Sorry, it's easy for me to go back to being bitchy. It's your defense mechanism. It's more than that. I have to stay vigilant. And when I drop my guard, I won't masked monsters come looking through my window. Why can't you let me guard down? We shouldn't have done that. I don't think it matters if we did or didn't. They'll be watching regardless. Well, I guess it's time to get ready for the night. Holy fuck, that was... Disregarding the creep, that was hot. That was fucking hot. In the library before it opens, the four of us stand in a circle. A mini conference before the night starts. What are our leads for tonight? We'll start with you, Kotaku. Kotaku see large heat piles. Many talks being done. One big target cabin in wood. Odd heat pattern. Mr. Charlie is in town. Mr. Charlie went to heat pattern Mr. Cody. Any other odd movements in town? No. Just moving to Mr. Alex the librarian, our large heat at night.
Don't be sassy. Kotaku can see the entire town. Wait, did Kotaku watch Stu the Deed last night? There are more eyes on me than I think. It feels a strange feeling through me, like I'm naked. Longma, what do you have to report? Oh dear, there's a missing citizen report that is still being investigated. From when? Last night, after Alex was pronounced, alive, when I left the request to find missing citizen. When I left, I received a request to find missing citizen. Last know whereabouts we're at. Oh no, heading to the cabin. That seems clear-cut. The outsider's at 1.5. Kills before it was taken down. I'm born to believe that their outsider did more than just hit Alex. Oh dear, yes. Only other issues were typical. Oh dear, disputes. Alright, and you, Alex? Well, I received a complaint about an upstairs neighbor and some about water. That's just a typical dispute. It's part of living here in Blackgate. You're not going to get along with your neighbor. We're all too different. It's better. Just utterly ignore those differences. Push what bothers you deep down, because we're all dealing with it. Shouldn't the citizens talk about these issues? No, the last thing we want is everyone saying they're more important than the creature next to them, that their needs are more important than the needs of everyone else. It quickly leads if you're not willing to tolerate. What's rule number 4? In unison line when Kotaku speak. Don't accept their differences, tolerate them so we can work together. That seems messed up. What's rule number 1, 2, and 3? Oh, alright. Anything else? Just deleting those missing tarot cards. As he tilts his head, his eyes go wide. An informant said that someone with a metal arm has them. Flint. Mr. Flint or Mr. Mallow? There's Flint. He's a green-faced, many teeth, leathery skin, free-for-aller. I think I remember seeing an alligator with a metal arm at the bar once. Kinda go numb to how many strange creatures you see in this place. It's completely bizarre that I'm even questioning whether or not I remember an alligator with a metal arm in the bar. Who's Mallow? Mallow is this thing with a metal arm. He loves to working down the mines. He's too peppy for my taste. Kotaku, can you tell me where Flint and Mallow are right now? Kotaku does a quick look around. Points at the wall on a bookshelf. Mr. Flint at alley behind bar. Mr. Mallow go work. Mr. Mallow eat at Yum Hot Sugar Store. The tired tone Vincent corrects Kotaku. It's called a bakery. Alex, I need you to go question the metal arms. Kotaku, stay around and keep an eye out for any large gatherings. Longma, look into that missing citizen. What about you? I handle everything else. It's a lot more than you think. Everyone has their job, so let's do it. Who shall I seek out? I'll go find Mallow. And we all know what we're doing, so stop wasting time and get out there. I leave the library and head towards the bar. The rain leaves a heavy feeling. It's not like your typical rain. It makes things feel empty. That might be because the town is quiet. I doubt most monsters like the rain, or that some really enjoy it. Take a turn around the building and I'm on Main Street. I don't think it's even called Main Street. There aren't many street signs to begin with, and even then they're rusted past the point of illegibility. Oh, he's a hyena. Okay. I find Mallow at the bakery. I can tell it's him because of his metal arm. It's a very easy thing to spot. He's sitting down at a table, chewing on a bear claw. I come up and take a seat with him. His eyes go wide and his body freezes while he's mid-chew. Mallow? The mouthful of pastry says, Yes? My name is Alex and I have a couple of questions to ask you. Am I in trouble? I don't know, are you? I don't think so.
Do you have a few missing tarot cards?
I know a few weird-looking cards I found in the dump.
How many of these cards do you have?
3.
3 that were missing. What did you find with them? Was there anything else there?
Garbage.
What kind of garbage?
Like food scraps and burlap sacks, cardboard boxes, and broken dishes. I found a bent spoon next to them. Would have been a nice spoon, too.
Can you bring these tarot cards to the library?
You don't trust me to do that?
Where are you gonna run?
Good point. You don't think I'm the one who acts sooth? That's a relief.
I'm not ruling out completely until we find the culprit everyone is a suspect.
Iron Fist style.
Now, also bizarre, no alarm.
Now look.
Remember to bring those cards to the library.
You betcha.
He goes back to chewing his bear claw, eating his bear claw. I'm back in the rain and heading towards the library. Just as though I felt like I've been watched or followed for the past week. I finally feel as though no one is watching me, no one is following me. It's been so extreme that I'm noticing and remembering what normal feels like. Normal feels so safe, too safe. Normal feels like I was an idiot to think that it was always that safe. I look around to make sure the streets are empty. Off in the dark distance I can see the telltale colors of red and blue bounce off the wet buildings. Reflecting and bending to fill an odd color requirement that's sorely missing from this drab town. The police are busy. That's a good thing, I think. I make it to the library and open the door. I want my shoes in the welcome mat. For the first time, the library is a library. It's quiet. Vincent sits at the desk looking over paperwork. His fur is wet. I thought cats hate water. I do. You followed me, didn't you? Why would I waste my time watching out for you? Sigh and drop of character. Vincent looks out from his book. I notice it's upside down. Of course I followed you. I was hoping you didn't notice. I noticed when you weren't following me. That's an interesting ability. Everything is always about if something is there. No one pays attention to the absence. You did all right there. A bit lenient with your approach and fair with your questions. You trust too readily to believe what they're telling you is the truth. We have to do something else, though. We do? Sooth's funeral is tonight, and I'm doing the funeral rites. You're welcome to come, although it's not mandatory. It seems muted. I'll join. It would mean a lot to Sooth if you did. I'd figured to be cynical about death and say that it doesn't matter. That's the problem. It does matter. It all matters too much. He gets up from his seat and heads into the back room. He comes back with an interesting-looking tome. The leather, thick pages in old Latin give it a magical feel. Holy shit, that's a lot. In Sooth's culture, they write messages to the departed and plant the book as the headstone. The book will degrade away into the ground and bringing with it messages written in these pages. It's quite poetic. Most citizens in Blackgate have specific rules they would like for their burial. Rites and ritual are more important. And for death are more important than those for life. It doesn't matter how it begins, just how it ends. Vincent is being more thoughtful and kind tonight. We should head to the cemetery. I head outside and follow Vincent toward the cemetery. The rain is not as kind as I'd like. Okay guys, so the reason you guys can see all of it, but I can't because of the recording stuff that's in the corner here. So yeah, wait, can I minimize this? Oh, okay. It's still recording though. Yeah, it is, okay. Alright, I can minimize it, good. I head outside and follow Vincent toward the cemetery. The rain is not as kind as I'd like. I have to duck and dodge from getting wet. Thankfully, the library is not that far from the cemetery. Vincent was right. It's not really a cemetery since typical gravestones are very rare. Markings of graves are more dependent on cultural backgrounds. I see no distinct cross, but a few stone headstones, spires, walls, trees. Stone circles, urns, boxes, and ashes arranged in rows. The strangest landmark is a rusting yellow airplane. Vincent stops at it and lays down a picture of some far-off place by wells. What? We make it to soothe its grave. The dirt is still disturbed. There are a handful of creatures surrounding the grave. I see Gruff in the crowd. They reach over the dirt and write into a book held up by the cat. Recites a prayer-like phrase and flips the page so someone else can write. Your words, forsooth, will be with him. He immediately flips the page so no one can read it. A few preachers talk amongst themselves and mention me here. I can't tell if it's positive or negative. I stay on the outside and watch as the line filters toward Vincent and his book. Once the group thins out, I go in line. It's not what I want to, that's expected. Like giving your aunt that you've only ever seen once a hug. It's etiquette. I walk up and Vincent asks me, would you like to sign? Yes. Give me a fresh page to write in, so I start. I barely knew you, but even I could tell you were trying to do what was right. This place doesn't make it easy. The note in that key will be cherished. What you leave behind is the hope of making a better town. I'll protect the town as you said I would. I'll make this place better. Vincent recites. Your words, forsooth, will be with him. Flips the page and reveals another empty page. I see Gruff in a different part of the graveyard. Stick by Vincent and wait for the stragglers. The rain is demanding as we stand and wait. From behind a tree, Alan stumbles over a root as he approaches. Alan knew Sooth too. What is he doing here? Stand a few steps back and watch the cat and dog stare at each other. Their silence is filled with rain as it says everything between them. Vincent looks away and opens the book for the wet wolf. He takes his time to write a message. He finishes and hangs his head to turn. The orange cat flips the page and a note floats out and lands down into the soft, muddy dirt. What's that? Alan does a double take. Closes his eyes, rubs the bridge of his snout, and looks again. Almost like in a cartoon, his eyes travel up to ours. Gruff hurries towards us as he saw the note. What is that? Vincent picks it up reluctantly. He reads it over. It's a note for the four of us. The four of us specifically. Is this game not done? What does it say? If one of you should have the key, then you are the new four. My big four. You must save this place. In the basement of Town Hall is the Blackgate. The key that opens the way. Alex must reach the gate or everything was for nothing. What key? There's more on the back. His orange-furred hands flip the card over. To Vincent, forgive yourself. To Alan, find revenge. To Gruff, kill him. To Alex, save us. I stand there in awe. Last wishes from a dead man, turtle, monster, whatever. Vincent just starts laughing. They're in between chuckles and snorts as Vincent tries to talk. They killed you because they didn't want us to come together. A drunk, washed-up cop, a messiah complex invalid, an asshole. Way to go, Sooth, you got him. Vinny, shut up. He died for this. So what? Many have died because of his predictions. Look around you. This isn't a game. Sooth is right about everything he said, though. You warned everyone and no one listened. Yes, you did listen, didn't you? You heard him loud and clear, and it was filled with lies to hurt you. Saying you could have saved everyone, that it was all your fault. His abusive and twisted fortune-telling. Just like that, they are arguing with each other. I don't know what to make of it. It feels awkward. You're mistaken. That is what he said to you. I know that, but it was his fault. That's why I got him kicked out. Alan stays quiet, looks like he wants to run away. Because he set you up with Amelia. You were jealous. It's attack Vincent again, is it? Yes. So what if I was jealous? Is it a crime to want to feel better about living here? I have no family, no love, nowhere to take care of, no real pleasure.
Kotaku.
Kotaku is a job, not a family.
Kotaku and Amelia are the reason why everything happened. Sooth was right that it was your fault. But we can change things. We can make sure it never happens again. Look, we're in the same situation, except it's Alex this time.
How do I learn from history? How do I avoid the same mistakes of trying to be happy? How do I protect Alex on my own?
It's always about you.
As is about to retort, I speak up. This fighting isn't getting us anywhere.
Let's not fight. It will only hurt all of us more. Let us just do what the card says. If we were wrong not to listen before, why not listen now?
With what? Getting into the Blackgate with Alex? It says that we need some key too. I hate to break it to you, but I don't know what key he's talking about. Along those same lines, I have no idea what or where the Blackgate is, let alone what it looks like. I just know the basics.
Cody told me.
Okay, and?
Cody says the gate is in Town Hall.
How does your cook know about the gate?
I don't know, he's curious about Andrus and says he never leaves Town Hall because of the gate. What do we have to lose? Everything's already been taken from us.
Our lives?
You think I value mine? Even you said I was a waste of fur and flesh.
For once you're right. My life.
What are you living for? No witty response?
Shut up, what about you, Alex?
I don't have much to lose either. Then it is settled. We're getting into trouble again, it seems.
So moves his glasses and rubs the bridge of his nose. 2 nights from now, we'll go. That's when the guard switch happens. You know that how? I've broken her town hall before trying to find censored pages.
I remember that.
At least you can remember something. Well, it's time to put this book to rest.
And start a new chapter.
Don't get all sentimental. Still feels like I'm missing something important. How could a note like that cause such a heated debate? And now we're planning to sneak into a building, isn't this a bit hasty? Vincent picks up a shovel and digs out a space where a gravestone would go. Instead, he half buries the book into the dirt, sticks and stands up with Seuss' name etched into its cover. Vincent flashes the burial ritual, finishes. May these words reach you through the dirt and whisper you to rest, forever and ever. Vincent pauses, his face looking sad for once. The rain drips off his fur and he snaps back to reality. But there goes gravity. Before we find any more of Seuss' cryptic notes, I'm leaving.
You remember, you promised to follow them if they happen to show up. At least listen to this one.
I know, I said I was going with you, remember?
I was just making sure.
The road to hell is paved with good intentions.
I think we're already there. I believe Vincent be ripping off on Alex. I do not blame you for seeing the worst in the town. I hope that one night you will see the good in it as well.
We have work to do still. You two stay safe.
Compassion. I think Alex ran off on Vincent.
Go drink a bottle or whatever. We're leaving. We leave the cemetery. The streets are still empty and the rain is still hammering away. The walk back to the library is filled with silence. We enter the library and find Mala waiting there for us.
Here are those cards. I looked at them again. There's writing on the back. This one is I, this is an E, and this has an L.
Eli, Isle, Gil, do we have the other cards? They're still at the apartment. Let's go get them. I'm hungry. He seems out of energy. He looks at Marlowe with his go away look and the hyena man scurries away. I could have told him thank you. Why waste the breath? And you're sensing his stomach growl out. Do I have to ask? It's better to be polite. Go get some food from Hunters. Our nightly order is already placed. Alright, fine. Maybe I'll stop off at Seuss and take a look at their cards. Make sure it doesn't get cold or wet. Alright. I make it to the bar and it's loud and busy as ever. More so because of the rain. Alan's leading walk in and waves me over.
Hey there, library lackey.
He reaches to the counter, pulls out a takeout bag filled with food.
Here's your food. I had a little bit extra because Vinny doesn't seem to order you anything. He doesn't treat you right. I know I would if I had to stay with me.
I know you're not always this flirty.
It's the way to deal with my crippling depression, alcohol addiction, and loneliness.
He laughs it off. Those jokes are true. Some shark man comes out of the back room and talks with Gruff.
Sometimes I get lucky and it makes it all worth it. I would just love to get lucky with you. You ever need to get your rocks off the right way?
Big wolf tongue rings around his lips. He gives me a wink.
So what you up to tonight?
I can answer, I hear Gruff wheezing and coughing. I turn to see Gruff throw his dish at the chef's face. The gruel-like soup drips down the sharkman's chin, splatters on the bar top, and the dish shatters on the hard floor. I stand up as Gruff nearly falls out of his stool, grabbing his throat, and I can't tell. But I can't help but think to do the Highland maneuver. Alan pushed me out of the way while he hops over the counter. He cradles Gruff, who's collapsed on the floor. The whole process going on. I see the chef doing nothing but smile.
What did you do, Cody? You and my job. What the fuck did you do?
From nowhere, Vincent shows up right next to me. It startles me just as bad as Gruff's suffering. At this point, the entire bar is silent. You're not breathing well. What poison is this? He doesn't respond, just watches Gruff writhe on the floor, trying to breathe. I will not ask you again. What poison is this? The dark, dull-like eyes of the sharp man look up at Vincent. Alan speaks up as he's trying to comfort Gruff. It's like this sob, but it booms and barks.
If you don't answer him, I will destroy you.
With Alan's proclamation of violence, the bar starts to empty out faster than I've ever seen. It only takes a moment for the place to be deserted. A few onlookers stay around. Alan stands up slowly and his posture is completely different. There's anger and pain in his face. He continues to watch Jaguff choke. The ghost Vincent disappears from sight. Step away from the mall. I don't want to get caught up. In the back room, a four-legged monstrosity bounds out and comes running toward Alan. It's a large gargoyle-like attack dog. In the short moment, I see it rushing down as it leaps to take down the wolfman while its back is turned. In a swift motion, Alan spins and punches out of the air, swatting away like a bug. It flies away with such momentum that it smashes through the wall. Just a little backwards. What did he just do? Cody, with eerie, smooth movements, attacks with a butcher knife. Flashes the large blade, swings and lures through the air. Gray fur gets shaved off, but Alan's drunken steps and staggers cause of the molten miss. Jesus fucking Christ. In a strange spin and half fall, his large paw grabs a half-drunk drink from a nearby table and he swings it around while dancing through all the attempts on his life. Then it happens. A sloppy sweep of the shark's legs and a powerful punch send the sideways shark across the room and into the wall of bottles. They all shatter as his back impacts into the shelving. Cody pulls himself from the shelving and before he can even get a step away, his arms are chained to the wall. His feet are chained as well. Vincent comes from the ether in front of the bloody, booze-covered, glass-scratched shark man. With a snap of a finger, the chains tighten and pull Cody back. I highly doubt a pissant like you will want to speak and tell us anything. So there's no use in wasting any more energy. With a snub of a finger, a chain wraps around Cody's throat, instantly choking him as it tightens quickly. I can hear the sound of his esophagus collapsing and cracking. Wait, don't kill him! Mercy's an idiot's tool. We have to get him to talk.
Alex is right.
2 ignorant votes for saving your life, 1 intelligent vote for killing this pathetic thing, and 1 absolutely on the floor incapacitated. Democratic system is flawed, don't you think, Cody? What do you...
Stop wasting time and just do it.
Reluctantly, Vincent with the chain around Cody's neck and latches from the wall. The chart costs some time with Gruff. It sucks not breathing, doesn't it? Golden rule, you absolute waste.
Throw him in a cell.
I thought that was obvious.
You do what you need to do. Do what you need to and what you usually do.
Don't tell me what I should do, I already know.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants.
Even they work together so well, they still don't like each other. Vincent pulls Cody from the wall and the chains restrain the wobble-legged lagoon monster.
I'll take care of Gruff. You two figure out what he did.
We'll make him talk, alright. Vincent grabs Cody and pushes him out the door. Why did you poison Gruff? He's not going to talk out here. We'll get him to his cell and take things from there. Cell? You'll see. With Cody and Shane at a library, Kotaku is by the door, waiting patiently for us.
Did Mr. Cody do bad?
Very bad. He's going into his cell. We head down into the basement. The dark archives don't seem like a prison. Vincent walks up to a wall and traces a finger along the wall. Makes a big door-like rectangle. Before my very eyes, the wall turns to bars and there's a perfect normal jail cell on the wall. The door swings open and Cody walks in willingly. The door shuts by itself and locks. The light turns on inside the cell and the shark man flinches. The way I see it, we can do this the hard way or the easy way. Cody's looking at Vincent, but he does say something.
I'd rather talk with Alex.
Why?
I'd rather talk with Alex alone.
Vincent paces back and forth. You know what? Fine. Good luck. Vincent stomps off. Standing to see Cody huddled against the back wall. Once visits upstairs, I begin to ask, why me?
I have my own reasons. I generally prefer to talk to you over him.
Either way, you'll be giving the same answers.
At least this way I can explain you were involved, and that you complicate matters.
Explain to who? No response. I guess we should get down to it. Can you tell me what you did to Gruff? What did you poison him with? How do we fix him? No response. Alright, well, if Gruff is going to die, can you at least tell me why you did it? No response. I'm not getting anywhere. Is there some kind of mind reader around?
Mind control is illegal.
I don't care as long as it save Gruff. You've already been tortured, so why not go the extra step and add magic to it?
You can't mind break a mind breaker.
What?
Don't trust your big boar guardian knight. Your beloved Gruff. He's not like his brother, and so who knows what he is? Ever find it weird that Gruff's father would just abandon him so easily when every creature in this place will have familiar connections like it's their life ring? Grizz no longer thinks Gruff is his son. Why? You ever stop to think that me, Gruff, is holding you here, being a perfect match and being there to take you to the station? I would be still everything, since nothing is what it seems. Everything's been handpicked for a reason. Let Gruff die, you'll be free of him.
How can you say such awful things? How can you make assumptions like that?
We all make assumptions. You more than most.
What do you get if Gruff dies?
Nah, my assumption was wrong. I can't tell you why, or I'll die anyways.
You better, because I'll kill you myself without explanation.
There's a bigger picture at play here with many more lives than just the citizens of this tiny town. Would you place a bet to save more life than you could ever count? Or to not gamble and lose lives anyway? What? I had to do what I did, and I have to do more. I have more to do, but I don't see it happening.
The voice from nowhere speaks out. What do you mean you don't like his brother?
This was meant to be a personal conversation.
Nothing is personal when our eyes and ears are all over this place. Explain yourself. Why trust the human, not me?
You've really not seen the bigger picture? This place is a...
Spit it out. Cody erupts. A quiet, ripping noise of flesh, bone, and blood lines the cell. Okay. I'm gonna be sick. As quick as it happens, it's over. It takes a moment to process. Vincent comes out of invisibility and his jaw drops.
What?
Looks around.
What the hell just happened? What did you do?
I didn't do anything. A chunk falls from the ceiling, blood trickles out of the sound of the basement. I have to play it back in his mind. His body just quietly exploded. The only noise was the sound of flesh separating from flesh. It's eerie and disturbing. I don't think we're getting answers now. What the fuck is happening? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Well, see you guys.